A very good morning, one and all. Live from the Biomass Oval, this beautiful country of Malaysia, as we continue with the bilateral series between Malaysia women and Nepal women's. It's the third T20I. 1-1. It's a tied series so far. We are up for the third game. Yesterday, we had a very good game where we saw Nepal getting that win, tying the series. And today also promises to be a nice, bright, sunny day. We're expecting some good cricket as Malaysia will be wanting to take the lead. But Nepal, with that winning momentum in the previous game, their spirits are high. And without any ado, let's head towards the center where we've got Shahidur with the two captains for the all important toss.
Head. Batting first.
So, Vinny, another important toss and happy to win that.
Yeah, we're happy to win. What we wanted to do, we got what we wanted to do because looking like a flat pitch today and the weather, the sun came out early today. Around 7:30, sun's out, so I think it's ready to go.
So, what sort of a total will you be looking for?
120 will be a good score on this track, and I think the girls will come back stronger and we are ready to go.
Any changes in your 11?
We got one change where uh,
That's okay. No worries. Okay, good luck for the game.
okay.
So you'll be bowling first. Any thoughts on that?
I think we are ready for ball as well because our bowler is. I think they are very good on. I think the wicket is also a bit of moisture and the outfield is a bit of heavier. So I think our bowlers will definitely restrict them below 100.
So a good win in the last game. The spirits must be very high. Ready to make it 2 out of 2.
Definitely yes, because we all are waiting for hope to win all the match, and we really want to win this game as well.
And any changes in your 11 as well?
There's one changes. Sabitri out, Yasoda in. Thank you so much.
So the news from out here.
Kapu, kapu khai kapu.
So that was the news from the center. Winifred winning the toss, electing to go for a bat first. 120 plus is what she's looking for. The previous game didn't go in their favor. It was a good start with the ball when they were defending, but 91 was never going to be enough. So it was strong-sided Nepal side. We're up for the third T20I. Total of 5 T20Is to be played here on this very ground. The very beautiful Biomass Oval, which also hosted the ICC Under 19 Women's T20 World Cup Finals earlier this year. The two batters there in the center for Malaysia. They'll be wanting a good start. Aina Hamiza got her first T20I 50 in the previous outing. Alongside her, we've got Van Julia. Two openers, the wicketkeeper batter, and Julia at the non-striker's end. And with the new ball, no surprises. Pooja Mohato, player of the match in the previous game, batted really well, showed a lot of class and temperament. The way she started off, came in where there was no runs on the board and 2 wickets down. Showed the experience, showed that maturity that she holds. Is one of the most top-class players in that lineup for Nepal. Of course, was well supported by the wicketkeeper batter Ruby Powder, and then those finishing touches were given by the skipper Indu Burma. As we're just a couple of minutes away from the official start time. It is a good outfield as well. The groundsmen have done an excellent work. It's a very flat wicket to what we could see at the toss time. And the sun has beaten down, as Winifred said. The sun is out much earlier than expected. We expect the sun to come out around 8:39, but today it was out somewhere around 7, so that extra beating by the sun on that track has made it even flatter, even better, even batting friendly. And let's play, says the umpire. Here comes the first delivery. And Aina Hamiza looking for that quick single straight towards the mid-off. The first runs are on the board. No time being wasted by Malaysia. Good, powerful strike. With a powerful strike, it's the right time to introduce my co-commentator, the powerhouse himself, Mr. Shahidur. Welcome to the Combox. Very good morning.
Thank you so much, Harman. A very good morning to you and all the viewers who have tuned in. Yes, a very important game here for both the sides. Malaysia and Nepal are well poised, one match each.
And looking for another single on the onside. Van Julia.
Yes, this is a good positive intent shown by the batters, trying to look for singles, keep the scoreboard ticking. I think that should be the key here because boundaries will be hard to come by. But if Malaysia can score 4 to 5 runs per over from here and get a good start.
Oh, beautifully played through covers. It's going to be a long chase for the mid-off fielder. Samjana does well. Couple of more runs added to the board. As you mentioned, those dot deliveries were the root cause in that previous game for the defeat. So today they've been changing that. Looking for that single. That was another very good strike.
Yes, and Malaysia going back to the basic. Wan Julia comes back into the top order. They experimented with Nur Dania in the previous game, didn't pay off. So far, it has been a very good start. 4 runs on the board. Both batters are looking positive out there.
I was trying to just work it around. Didn't quite get the connection. Dot ball. First dot ball of the game. That looks like a very evenly poised series. 1-1. One team will get the lead today. I'm sure Malaysia will be wanting to get 2-1 up. You want to get 120 plus. Loud appeal. Just missing the stump, says the umpire. They'll sneak in a single leg. Buys the signal coming in.
It's a close call there. And with the new ball, they will be getting some movement, especially Pooja Mato. She likes to bring the ball into the right-hander. So as a batter playing against her, you need to be very careful, especially in those early overs.
The last ball of the over. Off the back foot punch, but no runs. So 5 without a loss at the end of the first. Shaidur still no Sita Rana in that lineup. Even today, she's not playing, she's resting.
I think she's still out with that injury that happened in the first match and yet to recover. Definitely one of the key players for Nepal. And taking the new ball will be Suman Bisht from the Negara end. And I think it's a good call. They've gone for the left arm, right arm combination. So it could be difficult for the batters to pick on. Especially she can be very tricky with the new ball as she has that angle going around which just leaves the right hander and then she gets the ball to move into the right hander as well.
A genuine quality bowler. Suman Bisht had a brilliant outing in the previous game, picked up a couple of wickets, was very economical coming in from the Negara end. She uses the angle quite well, coming in over the wicket, up against Aina. It's going to be that wide signal, the trademark wide coming in from Mr. Kalidas, the on-field umpire.
Yes, a very experienced umpire. He has been there for quite some time. I think it's very important for Malaysia to get a good start in here.
Worked away down the carpet, will be a single, played with a straight bat. good, powerful striking.
Aina Hamiza will be very confident, especially after those first couple of games. She got the starts, 20 odd runs in the first game, a 50 in the second, and she picked up wickets with the ball as well. So definitely the confidence will be high, and Malaysia will need her services today as well. A very important game. Whoever wins this will take the lead 2-1.
Straight towards the mid off, slightly outside off, dot delivery.
Yeah, so far I think she has dropped the length a bit, trying to push the batter onto the back foot. Suman Bisht. She's also amongst the wickets, picked up 4 wickets in the series so far.
In that angle coming in, just guided towards point, no runs.
Well, Harman, it's again that square cut that's causing the trouble for Malaysian batters. We have seen a lot of attempts in the previous game where they failed to connect or found the fielders. So I think that's something they really need to work on.
A total of 18 attempts and 0 runs on that shot. This time, slight misfield will allow them that single. You've got to keep that scoreboard ticking, and that should be the idea for these two openers. Van Julia could be the one who could just tuck away ones and twos, and Aina Hamiza, who's high on confidence, could be looking for those fours.
And I think the difference between the two teams, especially in the fielding side, you can see the Nepal fielders are very close to the batters, so they don't allow you to take that extra run or that single.
A genuine striking ability that Aina has, although a brilliant sliding effort. That was Rachna Chetri, another senior member. Rubina Chetri, I beg your pardon. Rachna Chaudhary as well. Celebrated her birthday yesterday. Good shot. That's a 4. Standing tall is Van Julia. Plays that behind the fine leg. A good finish to the over. Pulls away that short length.
Yes, these are easy pickings for a batter like her. Short of length on the pads, and with the fine leg inside the circle, that ball was always travelling to the boundary. So first boundary here for Van Julia. End of the over. It's 13 without loss. Well, Pooja Mahato will continue in here. Very impressive with the new ball. She has been very consistent throughout the series. And I think it's very important that Nepal picks up those early wickets to put some pressure on the Malaysian batters.
And she's got both the fielders on the leg side in the deep square and a deep mid wicket. Off the back foot punch, straight towards the covers. We've also got an extra cover. There was Kavita Kuar. Didn't quite have the outing in the previous game.
And Harman, it's good to watch. There are some fans coming in. From the looks like it's the Nepalese fans who are coming in to the ground to watch the game today. It's a Sunday, so off day for a lot of people.
There'll be more runs. Ria will cut that off. Will be a single. And as you mentioned, Nepalese fans, wherever the team plays, it's also a wide signal. Wherever Nepal plays, you will see the fans. There's the camera on them. The fans for Nepal. Well, they're such a passionate country for this sport. The men's team is, of course, in Oman playing for that T20 World Cup qualifiers. 3 teams will go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. I think they love the game. They love the game of cricket. Not only cricket, I think any sport, you name it. And the Nepal fans have been amazing. We have seen the craze in countries like Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, but now Nepal is really taking it to another level.
It's also because they're playing some very good cricket. Their men's team featured in the last T20 World Cup almost beat South Africa. Oh, good pull shot. There will be some work for the fielder in the deep. Excellent dive but that will run away for a 4. What a strike. Juan Julia today looks like in some different kind of a mode.
There's nothing wrong with the delivery, incoming delivery, and pulled away in style. Desperate dive there from the fielder, but the ball wins the race. This will boost up her confidence. Juan Julia coming back into the side.
And I'm sure the head coach, Mr. Dav Watmer, has worked a lot on them in the previous past so that the results are visible. Started the series with a win against Nepal. It's a very big thing for the women's team for Malaysia. It's going to be a dot ball. So they've been very choosy on what kind of a length do they want to attack on. They've been respecting the good deliveries, which is good to see. Very sensible batting.
Yes, I think that's the way to go. You need to play the ball according to its merit. So far, the batters have done a wonderful job. But I think the rotation of strike will be the key here.
Okay, and off the back foot, should only be a single towards the mid-on. 20 is on the board. It's a good start. The run rate is over 7. First time we've seen that for Malaysia in the power play.
Yes, a very good start. And the good thing is they haven't lost a wicket yet. We have seen a fall of wicket in both the matches within the first couple of overs. And this is a good sign here for Malaysia.
Last ball. Oh, good shot. Over the circle. Couple of bounces for a 4. Good end to the over. Well, Aina Hamiza, 50 in the previous game. Looks like she starts from where she ended in the previous one. What a strike.
That was a confident looking strike there from Aina Hamiza. Again, I think it's the innings of Juan Julia that's allowing Aina Hamiza to play her natural game. Because if you have a partner that's playing too many dot deliveries, then you soak into that pressure and you can't play your natural game. So I think it's helping her as well, as the scoreboard is ticking and they're scoring more than 6 runs per over. That's a very good start. In fact, the run rate now is 8 runs per over. And straight away, there's a change in bowling. So spin being introduced. Riya Sharma coming in to replace Shuman Bisht.
Riya has been known for her economical spells. Keeps it tight. She's a quicker bowler. Quick through the air. Can get some turn as well. Another very good all-rounder. Riya Sharma in for the 4th over. Comes for the sweep shot. There is a fielder. Didn't have to move much. Kavita Kuvar patrolling the boundary. A single to start the over number 4.
Well, Harman, surprise. Kavita Kaur not taking the new ball.
Well, I still feel that she's been citing that injury and is not 100% to bowl. That could be one very big reason why she's not being used. Another sweep behind the keeper. Didn't quite get the connection. Just be a single. And I think from one end it could be Riya, and from the other you could see Rachana Chaudhary come in, the left arm spinner.
Yes, I think that will be a good option. Especially, we have seen the Malaysian batters are not very comfortable against the spin of Nepal, especially in those middle overs.
These will be the overs that will test them. So you can't get the 4s, just get those 1s and 2s. Keep that scoreboard ticking. Don't let the bowler get comfortable on this track. Okay, another dot ball. The quickness of Riya. She can trouble you quite a lot.
Yes, and on a flat wicket like this, the ball will be just hurrying onto the batter. So not much time or room to play with.
Another good strike, but straight back to the bowler. Good fielding effort. Riya on the follow through. This is turning out to be good over. Just a couple of runs. And run rate from 8 has dropped to 6.78. This is something that you don't want to do. Last ball. Just guided on the onside. A single to finish off. 4 overs gone. It's 27 without a loss. Just the 3 of that over. Well, Shahidhar, to our surprise, it's not Rachna, but they've given the ball to Kavita Joshi. Previous game after the 10th over, she was introduced, but here, inside of the power play, the skipper, Indu Burma, calls her.
Yes, like I said, I think they have realized that the Malaysian batters are not very comfortable against spin. So that could be the reason she has been called in.
Starts off with a dot ball, again drifting it away from the batter. I think it is the quick spin that is troubling them. It's not just the orthodox spin bowling, but the quick spinners us. Just a single. You got to keep that singles coming in. You're still inside of the power play. Got to make use of that open spaces. The big swing and a miss. That heave that she's been trying to go for.
Well, she went for the shot. Big swing, but couldn't connect. But the intention or the intent is there. So I'm liking it.
The dot ball. The problem I see is that she's not moving. The footwork is cemented on that wicket. You got to get closer to the ball. That's how you play spin. The art of playing spin is get closer to the line and length. Get your body moving towards the ball. Another powerful strike, but just inside the circle. Indu Burma like a wall with that slide. It's turning out to be an excellent over. Just conceded a single, Shahidhar.
Yes, a very good over. Just one run of the 5 deliveries.
That will be the end of the over with that single. So just the 2 of it. The run rate has dropped. 5 overs gone, 29 without a loss.
Well, Ria Sharma will continue in here. Aina Hamiza on strike. 29 on the board. I think both the batters have got a start. But they need to carry this Malaysia. They need to win. So 5-match series. We are in match 3. For the time being, it's 1-all. Good delivery once again. She's bowling at the right channel.
Targeting the stumps. Also, she's a lot quicker than the other bowlers. Continuously test the batters of Malaysia.
Good use of the feet. Good looking shot there. Just a single. There's protection out there. But with the 2 spinners, Harman, I think they also quickly run through their overs. That is one of the advantages as well, because as a batter, you don't get much time to settle down. Again, that cut shot, the feet not moving at all, not getting close to the delivery. I think these are the basics, and we have seen the Malaysian batters failing it since match day 2. Again, a half-length delivery, but finding the fielder.
They're not timing the ball that well or looking for that placement in the gaps. There's still a lot of vacant spots. This is the last over of the power play.
That's worked away on the onside. Much better. Singles will help Malaysia, but it's the dot deliveries that's going to trouble them.
Now you got to keep that scoreboard ticking. Just a couple of runs of this over as well. And as you mentioned, against spin, they haven't really got the runs, and that is something Nepal has found out quite early in the series, in the previous game as well. And even today, they saw that the first paces were taken on, so they got in spin.
Use of the feet, that's edged away and running away towards third, but it will be just a couple of runs. Well, again, the intent was there, not getting the meaty part of the bat, but she'll take the 2 runs End of the over is 31, beg your pardon, 33 without loss. Well, Nepal are just trying to get back into the game with the spinners. Both the spinners are doing a good job here in trying up the runs. And one Julia, who started off really well, is just slowing down a bit. She's on 15 of 20 deliveries, slightly slower. That's pulled away into the gap. Just a single.
And these singles won't really bother Nepal. It's the start, the first 3 overs, they were flying. And after that, things have slowed down. The spinners have done quite well. Kavita Joshi onto her second over has given away just the 3 runs.
That's a good looking shot. And I think that's the way to play. If they're playing in the V down the ground, I think that's safer and definitely will bring them more runs against the spinners. A big appeal. I think she's gone. Yes, she is. A thin edge and a good take by the wicket keeper, Ruby Poddar. Takes a stunner. And that's the first wicket for Malaysia.
It was a quicker delivery by Kavita Joshi. Trying to go for that shot through covers, gets the edge. Brilliant catch by Ruby Potter behind the stumps, 35 for 1. And it is Van Julia who departs for 16 of 23. Was batting really well. And she goes back. It is going to be Marcelisa in at number 3 for Malaysia.
Well, wonderful to watch. The crowd building up. And it's all about Nepal. And I think they will be delighted to see the fall of the first wicket here. Marcel out there. Well, she can be one of the game changers for Malaysia. She has the skills. A very busy batter. Loves to run between the wickets. And straight away, good batting, smart batting here. Just nudged it for a single. She gets off the mark straight away.
Yeah, she'll have to get those ones and twos. Very important moving forward. Keep that scoreboard ticking. And Aina, alongside Marcelisa, they played a lot of cricket together. And I'm sure the coordination is quite good.
Cut away into the gap. Well, again, that ball was slightly short, and there's a vacant region square of the wicket of the offside between point and third. But the batters have not been able to capitalize on that gap. Slightly in the air, but she'll pick up a single. Well, that's the end of the over. It's 38 for 1. Priya Sharma will be continuing in here, coming into bowl her third over. Marcelisa on strike. And I think it's a widespread field, a lot of singles on offer. So they just need to bat smart in here, the Malaysian batters. There's still 13 overs to go, and if they can score 5 to 6 runs per over, they can get over that 100 mark, which could be challenging. We have seen every time a team scores 100 and above, it gets really tough for the chasing team, especially for Nepal with Sita Ranamagar not around. Good use of the feed once again. Aina Hamiza oozing in confidence right now.
A lot of responsibility on these young girls. Need to get their team to a good score. 120 at least today. Steal a quick single. Good running. Excellent running between the wickets. Very important to keep getting those ones and twos in these middle overs. Third T20I of the 5 games that we have in schedule. The bilateral T20I series between Nepal and Malaysia women.
It's a good punch down the ground once again. So both the batters are using their feet, which is a good thing to see. The Malaysian batters being positive today. I think they know the importance of this match. If they can put a win here, it will give them that edge in the series. Again, smart batting. Look at that. They're putting all the fielders on their toes.
That was just a gentle touch, tap, and go for a single. That is something very, very approachable in these middle overs where you know the fielders are right at the edge of the circle. Make use of that. Look at that score. 5 singles. It's absolutely brilliant.
Again, good use of the feed. This time it's in the gap. And it will be a boundary. Well, the footballing skills didn't help the fielders, but Aina Hamiza will take it. Another good looking shot. And it was just a wonderful timed shot. Not trying to hit the ball too hard, but she picked up the gap really well. So that's what the pressure of the singles can do to you as a fielding side. 5 singles of the 5 deliveries, and the bowler tries to do something different, and then you hit that boundary. So 9 runs of the over. So Rachana Kumari taking the ball from the Golden Hope end, left arm spin. Well, I was very impressed with the bowling in the previous game. She has that good change of pace and the arm ball that comes back into the right hander, and then the odd one that goes away. So good mix here.
Very sensible bowler, Rachna. Also the flight on offer that she can give you. Almost enticing the batter to go for the wrong shot. She has so many options in Burma. Still, we haven't seen Rubina bowl. Indu Burma has a good bowling arm as well. And then you've got Kavita Kuvar towards the back end.
Oh, full toss, pulled away. But she finds the fielder, just a single. Well, Nepal are not short of options. They have a lot of bowlers in store. I think it's a good problem to have for the captain and for the team as well.
That was the commentator's curse, Shahidul. She started off with a wild delivery. A lot of praise coming in for her.
But it happens. It's hot and humid out here. Let's cut away again. Good sensible batting. I think I like the intent, especially from Marcelisa. The previous game, she was much slower to start off, but today she's just playing her natural game, not being too cautious.
Today she's playing really, really well.
Again, pull shot, just a single, but that will be the 50 for Malaysia. 50 up.
Very good batting. These two batters, they've been making sure that those singles are coming in. 50 on the board for the loss of 1 in 8.3. I think this is the best start in the first 3 games.
That was a good delivery, flighted, just slowing down the pace, trying to tease Aina Hamiza. But I would say this is smart batting as well, because with the lack of pace, if you play a false shot, it might cost you your wicket. Oh, that's in the air, just short of the captain. Again, the lack of pace and that flight, she deceived Aina Hamiza, almost got that wicket.
Yeah, full marks to the skipper for that diving effort. Could have been a brilliant catch, could have been the catch of the series. Last ball coming in. And pushed away for another single. 9 overs gone. It's 52 for the loss of 1. Talk about experience. Rubina Chetri has been called in. The 10th over coming in from the Nigara end. 52 runs on the board. Starts off with the dot delivery. Nice flighted delivery. Good invitation to Marcelisa.
Cut away. Again, slightly short. I think the length could be a bit better. Maybe bowling it closer to the batters. But I think it's also the way that both the batters have batted. Every time the ball is pitched up to them, they have taken the single. Good use of the feed. That's played on the onside. Long chase here. Kavita Kowar will keep it down to a couple of runs.
It's not the best of returns from the deep. There's a lot of ground to be covered by Ruby Potter. Good sensible batting from Aina Hamiza. 26 of 25. Very acceptable. If they continue in this pace, probably that 120 could be on the cards if they can accelerate a little bit with, of course, Noor Dania to come in, who has the knack of getting those big hits. 130, 140.
Good looking shot. That's in the gap, and that will be a boundary. Another confident shot here from Aina Hamiza. Beautifully timed over the bowler. That's one of the safest places to hit the cricket ball.
A good use of the feet as well, taking the aerial route. Both long off and a long on there, but none in business. I like the way Aina is batting after that 50. Today she's looked with a different approach, at least to get those ones and twos, batting with over 100 strike rate.
Again, similar looking shot. This is good attacking cricket here from Aina Hamiza.
It's very important to keep your wickets in hand, which they've done. You've already got 60 on the board in the first 10 overs. There's one more delivery to spare.
Slightly short, and that's pulled away into the gap. Over the infield, they're running hard for the second. Oh, that could have been very close. But but they have made the ground. So a couple of runs to end the over. It's 62 for 1. And with that, the umpires have called for a drinks break. So we'll be heading into a break and we'll get back shortly.
Live again, right after the drinks break, and Suman Bisht has been called back. Last 10 overs remaining. 62 runs on the board for Malaysia. It's been a very good start for them. For the loss of 1 wicket, this is a good partnership being built. Aina Hamiza and Marcelisa. Skipper Vinny Fred said that we are eyeing for 120. Anything over 120 is a good score. If they go in a similar fashion, 120 could be on the cards. If they can accelerate, get that towards 7 and over, could be more than that. Starts off with a wide delivery. Well outside off. Shaidur, what kind of a score do you think Malaysia would be eyeing from that first 10 over start?
I think they have laid out a good foundation here, and definitely they should be looking to score anything in excess of 120. 130 on the board will be very challenging, but I would say 120 from what I can see right now.
Another wide, back to back wide delivery. Suman trying to use that angle, bowl that wide length. Couple of missed attempts. I feel anything over 130, Malaysia would be the hot favourites then.
Yes, Malaysia have a good lot of bowlers and a good mixture of pace and spin. We have seen them bowl, especially in the first couple of games. They have troubled the Nepalese batters. So I think 130 should be competitive. In fact, good enough.
I think anything over 130 is above par. It's a good deck to bat on. Today is a different wicket. It's more flatter. It's more batting friendly. You could expect runs coming in from Nepal as well. Again, that swing and a miss. Line and length. Again, she's not getting close to the ball. That is something I'm sure the coaches will be taking a note of. You've got to tell the batter to get as close to the reach of the ball. then play that kind of a shot, playing it away from the body. She's not able to generate that kind of force that she's looking for.
Yes, I think they need to be smart with the batting. Malaysian batters, that's a good looking shot. Aina Hamiza, she could be on her way for the second 50 in the series. That will do her a lot of good to her confidence.
That will be brilliant. Young player. She's someone who's always been at the pick of getting runs for the side. Straight towards the covers. No runs on offer. That'll be a dot delivery. And back to back 50s is a good statement.
And so far, it's a decent over from Suman Bisht. I think it has been very difficult for her as well. She has been brought into the attack in different phases and different parts of the innings, and she has done a wonderful job throughout the series.
Salisa off the back foot, that punch coming in. Look at that quick single. Good running between the wickets.
I think that's all you need from Marcelisa. Just be there, play the anchor role, and just support Aina Hamiza. She's batting on 11 of 12. Good start for her as well. And if she can bat on for the next 4 or 5 overs, she could be scoring some good runs for herself as well.
Yeah, finishes the over with a dot ball. End of 11. It's 66 for the loss of 1. 9 more overs remaining.
Malaysia still going in at 6 runs per over. We're into the 12th over. Very good start here for Malaysia. They lost only 1 wicket. They have 2 set batters out there. Aina Hamiza batting on 32. Mas Elsa on 12.
That'll be a dot delivery through covers. Even that run rate is just around 6, which is pretty healthy. Then you could go for the attack mode in the slog overs, the last 4 or 5 overs. That's going to be a wide signal there coming in from Mr. Kalidas. A very renowned face, not just in Malaysia but in the world of ICC and ACC umpires. Another single. This is sensible. Very, very sensible and smart by both these batters.
Yes, that's all you need to do. They've got a run from the wide and then just tapping the ball. And straight away, Rubina Chatri asks for the fielders to get closer because she realizes that the Malaysian batters are getting away with those singles.
Excellent gap picking there. And that will find the fence. There's the boundary. That sweep shot she plays so well.
Yeah, that's a favorite shot once again. You cannot be bowling on her pads. These are easy pickings, especially in the form she is in. And look at that crowd, the Nepal crowd building in here. It's a Sunday, off day for them, and it's a good treat to watch.
And the numbers are increasing. Another lusty blow there. Some work for Ria in the deep. Just a single. I like the attacking cricket that today Malaysia has played. Commendable approach. It's going to be a dot ball. You can afford a dot ball here and there. Got the runs in the over.
And the good thing is, in the last couple of overs, they have found a boundary. So they're scoring runs very quickly here. Again, good looking shot down the ground for a single. Smart batting. That's 8 runs off the over. 74 for 1 after 12.
Rachna will continue. Just the one over. Went away for 5 runs. Run rate over 6. Last 8 overs, they've got 74 on the board. They'll be eyeing at least 120 from here. Another full toss down the carpet. Single. Good work in the deep by Rubina Chetri. The offside. Another single. Making sure that the scoreboard keeps ticking.
Yes, that has been the feature of this partnership. I think the rotation of strike and the ease with which both the batters are batting right now. Mas Elisa just complimenting Aina Hamiza.
Another single towards the long on. Scoreboard ticking quite well. As you mentioned, both these batters complementing each other. Has been a partnership which is taking the team to a good score. Another good strike towards the deep covers. Kavita Kuvar. She's been kept busy.
Yes, a very good partnership here. 43 of 37. They're going in at well over 100 strike rate.
In trying to play that square cut. Another dot delivery. Was hammered down the carpet. There's a chance of a run out being missed by Rachna. The non-strikers end. 13 overs gone, 78 for the loss of 1. Riya Sharma in for her last over of the spell. 3 overs. She's been wicketless for 16. Starts with a dot ball, trying to go for that shot towards the onside.
Well, I think this is a very important phase of the game. Malaysia will look to score some quick runs in here, especially with the foundation that has been laid. But if Nepal can pick up a wicket or two here, things can really change quickly. And it has been an expensive spell for Riya Sharma.
The sweep shot again coming in. Didn't quite get the force. Will be back for the second. Good running between the wickets. Sensible batting. Picking out the bowlers.
Yes, very sensible batting from both the batters. They're rotating the strike and finding those odd boundaries every now and then. And I think they've kept the fielders very busy out there.
It's going to be a dot ball towards Kavita Joshi. Standing in at covers. Anything over 120, that will be a good test for the Nepal batters. The kind of bowling attack that Malaysia have. angle towards the long off, just that outside off. She gets towards her 42, 8 away from that 50. Will be back-to-back 50s for her. Shaidur, quite impressive.
Yes, very impressed with her throughout the series. She has been performing consistently for Malaysia, both with the bat and the ball. Just flicked away on the onside. Another easy single here for the batter. Mas Elisa is doing a wonderful job here.
Elisa has been making sure that the ones and twos are coming in. Talking about Aina, it's a very hot day as well. It's not easy to bat in those conditions. Temperature soaring just around 36, 37 degrees Celsius. Good stop. Saves some runs for the side. End of the over. 14 gone. It's 83 for the loss of 1.
Well, start of the 15th over. Rachna will continue in here. Mas Elisa on strike. Good use of the feed. That's heaved away on the onside. Just a single. Well, both the batters are timing it well. Even if it goes for a single, it's actually well timed shots. It's just that they have not been able to find the gaps too often.
This has been good cricket. Scoreboard ticking. Straight towards Indu Burma. No run there. The dot ball. Slightly aerial. It's a powerful strike. Although we'll just get that single, but the striking ability, when you middle the ball, you feel very confident as a batter. And that is something that Aina would be riding high on.
Yes, both the batters are timing the ball to perfection. And that put a lot of pressure on the bowlers and the fielders as well. Now we can see for the first time in the series, all the fielders are at the edge of the circle.
Nonetheless, a dot delivery. Rachna, 2.4 overs, none for 11. Surprisingly, has been wicketless. Converted that into a full toss. Not really happy with herself. Mas Elisa. That will be another single coming in. The last ball before the slog over start. And defended back to the bowler. 15 gone, 86 for 1 with last 5 overs remaining in the kitty.
Well, I'm very impressed with the intent of the Malaysian batters today. They have not been afraid to use their feet or take the aerial route. Very positive in intent. And that also reflects at the scoreboard. 86 for 1 after 15 overs. Going in at 5.75 runs per over. Suman Bisht will be back into the attack. And she will be bowling to Mas Elisa, batting on 19 of 25. Aina Hamiza, 43 of 43. That's played straight to the fielder. No runs there. Again, just trying to hit the ball too hard on that occasion, Mas Elisa. But I think it's the right time for both the batters to be more positive and take some more risks. They have wickets in hand, 9 wickets there. So if they can get some boundaries here, that will really help the cause for Malaysia Use of the feet, beautifully driven down the ground, just a single.
Lisa has been striking the ball quite well, middling the ball. Both these batters have been incredible. And they've paced out the innings. And after her 50, I feel she's going to strike the ball even harder.
Well bowled, right up there in the block hole. She almost yorked herself, just trying to advance down the track.
They call it the nervous 40s. Seeing batters get into a couple of changes in approach.
Good looking shot. Just a one. Again, it was hit hard, coming from the middle of the bat, and it sounded really good, just finding the fielder.
And the striking ability was there, but just didn't quite get the connection on it. 88 for 1. Oh, she's dropped the bat there.
Oh,
Will be a single though.
that's what can happen to you when you're trying to hit the ball too hard. Losing the grip on the bat. Well, Aina Hamiza on strike on 44. She goes aerial, but just away from the fielder. Well, she's getting carried away. Just 5 runs short of another half century in here. End of the over, it's 90 for 1. Well, the Nepal crowd building up in numbers. It's 90 for 1, Malaysia. They're in the driving seat, courtesy of some wonderful batting here from Aina Hamiza and Marcelisa. Kavita Joshi will take the ball in her hand. Good looking shot. Oh, good fielding there. That was hit hard once again. Kavita did well to get a hand to it.
That's going to sting a bit later on. So the magic spray will come in. Aina Hamiza striking the ball quite well.
Good use of the feet. Just a single. Again, it was hit hard. Oh, they're running for the second. This could be dangerous, but no. Good awareness. Mas Alisa pushed it for the second.
Excellent match awareness there for Melissa. It was a lazy effort though from the fielder in the deep. Pooja took it quite lightly. Melissa saw the opportunity, converting that into a double. That's what you want to see in your batters. On to 47 now.
Again, driven down the ground. Another single. She moves on to 48, just 2 runs away from that famous half century. I think Malaysia as a team, as a nation, will be proud of her efforts, especially going against Nepal, the host Malaysia. I think they have done a wonderful job. Oh, full of delivery. That was very close. She just needed to get bat on ball, and that could have been a boundary as well.
Yeah, the third was up in the circle. So just trying to just guide it behind the keeper. Quicker delivery.
Full toss, beautifully swept away. That will be a boundary. Excellent shot from Marcelisa. Using the pace of the bowler. And that was predetermined. Look at that. Brilliant execution.
That was a gift given to her. And she has accepted that. Got in position quite early. And behind the keeper. Just behind the fine leg. She loves that region. Elisa moves on to 25. 97 on the board with 3.1 overs remaining. That 120 could be on the cards. Perhaps 130 from here should be their target.
Another full toss, heaved away on the onside, again into the gap. And that's good fielding out there in the deep. Couple of runs there. And Mas Elisa now changing gears. End of the over. It's 99 for 1. 18 legal deliveries to go in this innings. And Malaysia, well, they're on their way towards the 120, 130 mark. Aina Hamida on strike. She's on 48. Well,
starts off with the dot ball. Kavita Kuvar on to her first over. Very late to come in. Well, it was Aina who was looking for that wide to be signaled, but a fair delivery, says the umpire, Mr. Kalidas.
yeah, that was very close. Close to the pads. And I think Aina Hamiza will be disappointed not to get a bat to it. Short delivery pulled away in the gap. They might be going for the second. Yes, they're pushing. And she gets it. Back-to-back half centuries here for Aina Hamiza. And she raises her bat in style. She should be proud of herself. What a knock.
Yeah, with that double, the 50 is up. The daughter of Malaysia, Aina Hamiza. Back-to-back 50s. What a series she's been having. The 100 is also up for Malaysia. What a star. Performs with the bat, with the ball, and also excellent in the outfield. This one is a very special knock for her. 50 of just 51 deliveries.
Oh, driven down the ground. That's a good looking shot once again. And with that single, she registered her top score, her highest score in international cricket as well. Yesterday was 50 not out, and today 51. And there's still some deliveries to go. Mas Elisa on strike now. Oh, that's hit the bottom of the bat. Oh, they're running hard for the second. Very close. Desperate dive to get there.
Commendable approach from Mas Elisa. Well, whenever there's an option for the double, she's going to make sure she runs there. It was a tough one. Completes the two. And you know the intention is clear. She knows that the fine leg is up in the circle. So is the third. You can expect her to go for that scoop shot. The ramp. Another very important batter for the Malaysia.
Big swing there. Once again, swing and a miss. And I think it's the right intent. It's that fearless brand of cricket that both the batters are playing right now.
With 9 wickets in hand, and you've got batters like Danya there who can genuinely strike the ball quite well. But other batters, Mahira, Isati, Asia, Ariana.
Oh, another thought. Oh, the wicket keeper couldn't gather that. They'll snatch a run. End of the over. It's 104 for 1.
Last 2 overs remaining. Can they put up another 25 to 30 runs from here? Little tough ask, but anything under 120, they'll be a little disappointed. Anything over 120 is a bonus. So, commendable score, fighting score, something there for the bowlers. But let me remind you, Shaidur, it's a very good track to bat on. Don't expect Nepal to not come out guns blazing.
Yes, absolutely. I think Nepal will not be going down without a fight. And they have the hunger as well, the hunger to win. So if they bat sensibly, they can chase down the runs. So Malaysia will need to bowl good as well. And I think Aina Hamiza will be the key with the new ball. And it will be interesting to watch who will be bowling from the other end, because they have went out for few options and they might choose another bowler today. Meanwhile, it's Kavita Joshi coming in to bowl the fourth over. It's driven down the ground.
Single, that's hurt her on the toe. The inside edge straight onto the shoe. Haina go for that 4 or a 6 from here. Fielders in the deep. Oh, single. Could come back for the 2. There was no backup. Good sensible batting.
But that throw was unnecessary. There's no backing up. It cost an extra run here. Well, Nepal are losing the plot here. 107 on the board. Again, good use of the feet. Slapped down the ground. Another single.
Hindu Burma, skipper, pushed back. She's been busy. 108 on the board. 12 away from that 120 which the skipper was looking for.
Oh, that was very close to the stumps. Slightly kept low as well. That was the quicker.
That's what Kapita has been known for. Those quicker deliveries.
And she has been stumped. Again, trying to use her feet. This time, the wicketkeeper does a good job. Quick to take the bells off. And a wonderful partnership comes to an end. Marcelisa, she departs after scoring 30 runs. Very important knock here for Malaysia.
She batted well. Partnership is really handy there as Mahira has been sent in at number 4. 108 for 2 on the scoreboard. With another 7 more deliveries. Will they get towards that 120, Shahidur?
They should. From here, they should. Malaysia, they have 8 wickets in hand. And with enough deliveries remaining, 7 of them, 7 legal ones, I think they should be able. And I think it's the time for them to just swing the bat at everything and have a go at the bowlers. Last delivery here from Kavita Joshi. Quicker one. Oh, that took the edge and that might run away for a boundary. Yes, it does. So welcome runs here. She starts off her innings with a boundary. Fortunate, but they will take it.
Yeah, runs are runs no matter how they come in. Malaysia will take that. 19 gone, 112 for the loss of 2. Outside edge, bringing the runs. So 8 more and you get towards that 120. Final 6 deliveries. They should be very cautious now. These last 6 deliveries. Try and attack. You've got 8 wickets in hand. There's going to be Kavita Kuwar going to come in. The speedster.
Yes, I think that boundary just eased the equation. Just 8 runs to get to 120. And you have your set batter, Aina Hamiza, out there. Batting on 54 or 54. Good looking shot. That's in the gap. First ball and it's a boundary.
It was supremely timed. And the power behind that shot. What a strike. Mid wicket. Unmoved. Good start to the over. 116 on the board. Just the kind of attack that you had hoped for.
What a brilliant start. 2 boundaries in 2 balls. One in the last over. One in here. She moves away, creates that room for herself. This time just a single. Well, Nepal will be happy to see Aina Hamiza off strike.
But don't take Mahira lightly. She's already got the boundary to start off. Expect fireworks from both the ends. Last over. Nothing to lose from here.
Wrapped on the pads. And they will take a single. Well, for the likes of Malaysia, Aina Hamiza back on strike, and Mahira Izati seems to be in some discomfort. Probably hitting her on the inner thigh.
Kavita Kuwar, one of the quickest in the Malaysian lineup. It's good to see the Nepal players come in, have a quick chat with her just to check. It's really good, in the spirits of the game.
Yes, absolutely. I think these cricketers have played a lot of cricket together in Sarawak as well. So good bond among both the countries. That slapped away down the ground. And excellent fielding there. Saved a couple of runs. Suman Bisht did a good job.
That was a brilliant effort in the deep. She saved a couple of runs for the side. 120 is up on the board. Smile on your face, Shahidar. Says it all.
Yes. I called it. And fortunately they are there. 120. So now we have a game in our hand. 2 more deliveries to go. Another good looking shot, but mistimed, and she's gone. Good catch. And that will bring the end to that innings. A wonderful knock from Aina Hamiza comes to an end. She goes out for 61 of 58 deliveries. But what a knock. She has led the platform for Malaysia.
She's been the unsung heroine for Malaysia. Commendable knock. Applause will be there in the dugout. Giving them the kind of finish they wanted. And Winifred is going to come out in at number 5, the skipper. Just to face the last delivery. Can the skipper squeeze out a boundary from somewhere? There you can see the Nepal fans. They've come out in numbers. Started with a handful, has now been on the count of 20 plus. Wherever Nepal plays, the fans make sure that they are there on the ground to cheer for them, to support them. Last ball coming in.
Winifred on strike. And she's bowled him. Hits the timber. Kavita Kuwar, couple of wickets in the last 2 deliveries. So Malaysia will close the innings at 120. But they will be happy with the score. It should be a very challenging one as we head to the innings break. So after the break, it will be the Nepal chase who need to score 121. So we'll get back shortly. Thank you. Welcome back, viewers. We are back live at the BAYUEMAS Oval, and it's time for the chase. It's Nepal who will be batting now. 121 runs needed. So I'd like to welcome all the viewers. Salamat datang to all the Malaysian viewers. For all the Nepalese fans, Swagatam. And it's me, Shahidur, and my fellow commentator, Harman. Here comes the first delivery. That's pulled away. Gets off the mark straight away. Good start here for Nepal.
Yeah, Samjuna, she likes to bat with that attack mode on. Likes to go for the big heaves in the power play. And Aina Hamiza, true performer, 50 with the bat, and now starts with the new ball. Almost batted till the 19th over, and up and ready to bowl with the new ball. Samjuna alongside Ruby Porter, the two openers for Nepal.
Right on the money. Good bowling here. Aina Hamiza. Well, she continues to impress in here. 61 runs with the bat. And now bowling with the new ball. Well, she has been a contributor for Malaysian cricket right throughout the series. Very consistent. Slightly short and wide cut away, but straight to the field and no runs there. Noor Dania, the fielder.
And something that Malaysia have to do is pick up wickets early on. Put the pressure on them. That's the only way you can get a win from here. Keep on constantly putting pressure on them.
Again, good delivery right on the stumps. And I think that's a good line, attacking the stumps. So any mistake from the batter, and she will get a wicket. Good start here, just a single. Well, every dot delivery will pile up pressure on the batters here.
Rightly mentioned, and plus the wickets as well.
Fuller delivery, that's beautifully driven in the gap. Long chase here for the Malaysian captain. And she does well, but they will pick up the third. Good running between the wickets as well.
There was a good save in the deep, but they've got the 3 runs. Excellent running between the wickets. It's beautifully driven by Ruby Porter. She gets off the mark with the triple. But a good chase by Winifred. Skipper should be happy with the first innings performance. Now it's on to the bowlers. The batters have done their job.
Good looking shot, but straight to the fielder. End of the over. A decent one. 4 without loss, Nepal.
And no surprises. They've gone with Noor Dania, if I'm not wrong. She's another very good, impressive performer. Player of the match in the first game. Even in the second game, she bowled quite well. Someone who's got a very good control with the new ball. It's not an easy job to bowl with the power play on. You just got the 2 fielders outside. What do you reckon on that?
It's not an easy task, especially for a spinner. You don't have much cushion outside the circle. So the moment the batters clear that infield, you're going to go for runs. And a good first delivery. And the good thing with her is she tries to bowl within herself. So has a very limited resource. So she doesn't turn the ball too much, but just maintains a tight line and length.
Yeah, she isn't the biggest turners of that ball.
Slightly short, cut away. Oh, good fielding there. Direct hit, and it could have been very close.
The ground fielding has been commendable by both the sides. Had that gone past the fielder, that was certainly a boundary. It was a beautiful shot. With the fielding, well, this is real good cricket, I would say.
Alia Batrisha, the youngster, is playing a third game, swept away. Good fielding once again. I think the ground fielding has been excellent today, even from Nepal. I think they're very good. Yes, the running between the wickets were very impressive from the Malaysian batters.
Yeah, that was an error that Winifred was not really happy with in the second T20, and they've worked on it. Constantly kept that scoreboard ticking, Shaidur. And that's the result why they've got towards 120, which is a very good target. And now it's on to the bowlers. They have to take the responsibility, pick up wickets.
Yes, they have a good total to defend. That's driven again straight to the fielder. No runs there. That will help. I think they're doing the basics right, not allowing the batters to settle in.
So far, just the 1 run. Can Noor Dania finish it off? She's got a deep mid wicket and a long on. The two fielders outside the circle, a packed offside field spread.
Beautiful delivery to end the over. Excellent one, just a single. Nepal 5 without loss after 2.
This has been a good start with the ball for Malaysia. They have to continue that. 116 to win from the remaining 18 overs. That required run rate is around 6.44. That's the highest to start off with.
Definitely adds pressure straight away. Good delivery, right up there, not giving any room to the batters to play with. And I think Malaysia won't mind the singles.
Although Aina Hamiza was not really happy with herself. She should have saved that, she feels. Let me tell you, if they win this game, then the next game, Nepal will be highly pressured. There will be a high pressure situation for them walking into that game.
Yes, absolutely. There will be a do or die situation for them because the series is equal right now, 1 match each. And whoever takes this will take the lead, and they will just be 1 win away from the series victory.
And I think that the tomorrow's toss will also matter a lot. So far, we've seen Malaysia bat first. They're not tested while chasing. They've played with a free mind, but when you're chasing, it's a different situation altogether.
Yes, I think the scoreboard pressure always plays that important role because cricket is not about skills, but it's also about the mental, the psychological game. So I think, yes, Malaysia could be tested that way. But so far, I think the toss has been going their way. Winifred doing a wonderful job with the toss.
The flip of the coin battle has been won by her 3 times in a row. It's a hat trick of wins at the toss. And talking about tomorrow, I'm telling you, if Indu Burma wins, she's going to bat first.
That's pulled away, but there's protection out there in the deep. This is smart captaincy as well. I think they have covered the areas where the batters can score. So there's a deep mid wicket and a long on as well.
That's a very typical field setup. Side of the power play. You've got your 5 fielders on the offside, protecting the singles and the circle.
Fuller delivery, that's in the air. Fielder coming underneath. Oh, she stopped it. Oh dear, that could have been a catch. Misjudged. Well, not going for it. And Aina Hamiza definitely not happy.
And that should have been taken. It was Noor Dania there in the deep. Noor Izatul, I beg your pardon. Should have been taken. She took a couple of steps forward and then just backed away. Really uncertain what happened.
Played straight to the fielder. Oh, direct hit. Could have been very close. It was Mas Elisa. End of the over. It's 9 without loss. So Nepal going in at 3 runs per over. Required run rate now creeping up towards that 7 runs per over. Malaysia putting on a lot of pressure on the batters. And surprisingly, Samjana is off to a very slow start. She's someone who likes to take the bowlers on, batting on 3 of 10 deliveries. Attempted sweep. That was close.
That was mighty close to hit the off stump. Nice flight. Good control. As you mentioned, she's not a very big turner of the ball. But that control, she has the line and length. Excellent work.
That's in the air. But just a single.
And also, Shahidul, the Malaysian fielders are making sure that they release the ball so that the second is not opted at all. You've got the deep mid wicket and a long on, protecting the boundaries. She's got the square leg up in the circle.
Yes, you need to be on your toes. That's the only way to put more pressure on the opposition.
So far, it's been a decent start for the bowlers of Malaysia. And you just want to make sure that before the power play ends, you get a wicket or two.
That's down the leg. That will be a wide. Not the best of deliveries so far. She has been very disciplined.
This is something that Ruby would be a little unhappy with herself. She should have put that away. Fine leg was up in the circle, so was the square leg. These are the kind of deliveries that you want to mount on. You want to put that pressure back on the bowler.
I think she wasn't ready with all the deliveries outside the off stump. Again, trying to sweep the ball. Just a single. They have that mid wicket covered.
She has been bowling according to her plan. Just that one poor delivery. Very lucky to get away with that. But as you say, luck favors the brave, and she's been the brave girl.
Flighted delivery that's driven, but just a run. Mahira Izzati does the job. Another single. Well, 4 runs off this over. She was very tight in the first, just gave away 1 run.
You just want to control those singles. Last ball, you want to end it up. There's the beautiful visuals there. The LED screen.
That was short. But again, good fielding, good ground fielding there, backing up the bowler. Malaysia is doing well. Another tight over. It's 14 without loss.
Shahidul, what do you think would be the chat in between these overs, between these two players, Ruby and Samjana?
I think they'll be trying to play their natural game and take the attack to the bowlers, because they should realize by now that the required run rate is creeping towards the 7 runs per over. So they will need some boundaries here. Straight away, some intent shown, swing of the bat. But then I think it's very good captaincy from Winifred as well, continuing with Aina Hamiza to keep pushing the batters onto the back foot.
When your bowler's in rhythm, I would say go on with those 3 to 4 overs. It's completely fine. You do have more resources later on. Probably this could be the last over for Aina. They'll keep 1 over for the later stages. Then you've got Sobika to come in. Then you've got the skipper herself, Winifred. And then Mahira. Plenty of options. Noor Dania could be used for another over for the power play to finish off. So that you have that power play dominated.
That's a good looking shot. Again, coming from the middle of the bat. And then they have Aisha Elisa as well. Amaline is one of, I think she can be very handy. Amaline, she's a bowler that can spin the ball and also keeps attacking the stumps. So that's one of the features that she has.
I call her the silent warrior because she silently does her job and doesn't really get that credit.
Yes, absolutely. I think unfortunate she was not brought into the attack in the previous game. She was in the side. Probably a judgment of error.
Well, sometimes for the skipper it is a hard job. You have so many options that you tend to forget as well. We really have. And I think sometimes as a bowler you got to remind your skipper maybe just once or twice. But it's completely fine, I feel.
Oh, good looking shot over the infield. That will run away for a boundary. That will ease some nerves. First boundary here for Robbie Poddar.
She's just flicked that away. Poor length on the leg stump. The first boundary coming in after 4.3 overs for Nepal. Scoreboard moves on to 20. That will be a relief boundary as well. The dot ball and singles were persistent. This boundary has just got that run rate a little up. The required run rate has now dropped under 7.
And a good wristy shot. That ball was on the middle stump. So to flick it from there, you need strong wrists. Good looking shot there.
I'm sure they put in a lot of work in the gym. I'm sure they have the strength and conditioning coach with them coming in from Nepal. A lot of work being put on these girls.
Fuller delivery. Driven straight to the Malaysian captain. Dot delivery here.
And also Nepal have played a lot of cricket lately. The women's team also featured in the Asia Cup. And they've played the ICC Under-19 World Cups, of course, that was being hosted by Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. In fact, the entire Malaysia was the host. They also had Sarawak, the Borneo Cricket Ground, hosted its first international games there.
Full toss. Pulled away, no timing. Just a single. Well, she'll be disappointed not to put that away. Some free runs on offer will end the over 21 without loss.
And Shahidar, which started as a very bright and scorching sunny day, now the clouds have just settled in. Sun has vanished, I would say. The conditions have become perfect at the Biomass Oval. There was a thunderstorm expected just around 11 to 12 p.m. But so far the clouds are clear. But Malaysia, the weather changes in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes, very unpredictable weather in here. I can't assure you even in what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes. So the weather forecasts keep changing. But still ideal conditions for cricket, and I hope there will be a full 20 overs match.
It's also the last over of the power play. It's all about that one last finish that you want to give. Probably try and pick up a wicket. That'll be the cherry on the cake for Malaysia. They've done well apart from that one boundary in the previous over for Maina.
Yes, Nepal needs exactly 100 runs to win. 15 overs remaining in this contest. And it's the Malaysian captain, Winifred, coming into bowl from the Golden Hope end.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of hopes from her. They want that wicket. Can she produce that breakthrough? That was brilliantly played. The fielder did excellent there. And a brilliant backup. Saving runs for the side. This is commendable outfield.
Well, that was brilliant. Noor Alia Batrisha, the fielder on that occasion, got a hand to it. Definitely saved a couple of runs.
And that's the second time she's saved runs side of the power play. And this is what makes that difference. The ground fielding is so important in the power play. Should be a catch. Was a tough one. Diving effort. Will run away for a 4. It was absolutely brilliant. The charge is on from Samjana. She says, way too many silent overs. Now I'm going to break the shackles.
Well, the fielder went for the catch. A risky one. Just away from her. But then, these are risks that you take. Sometimes it doesn't pay off. So rather than going for the catch, if she just waited on, could have saved the boundary.
But yeah, you want to convert those half chances. Oh, beautifully played over covers. Chance for the mid-off. Oh, what an effort. Diving to her left. Good fielding. Excellent work there. It was Asya. Almost pulled out a blinder.
Yes, not easy running backwards. And then that desperate dive. Brilliant effort. Could have been the catch of the series if she took that.
Could have been the catch of the season, I would say. Well, the attack mode is on. Samjana knows this is the last over of the power play. She's been striking the ball quite well. Another couple of runs added to the board. This was the over that they wanted.
Well, the intentions are clear. They are taking on Winifred. 9 runs of the 4 deliveries, and Nepal are getting back into the rhythm, and they're getting back into the game as well. Required run rate now just 6.35.
Again with the straight bat. Goes for the aerial route. Didn't quite get towards the fielder. Elisa pretty quick to get there. Another single. 10 of the over. Perfect finish to the power play for Nepal.
Yes, absolutely. And it's wonderful to watch. Each and every run has been cheered by the Nepal fans. So a lot of love and passion for the game. And I think this is evenly poised, this game.
Again in the air. That's in the gap. 1 bounce, 2 bounce and a 4. And you can see the Nepal fans come into field. 14 runs of the first over of Winifred. Ends the power play with the boundary. 35 without a loss after 6.
Well, could that be the game-changing over? Noor Dania was bowling so well, and she was replaced by the captain herself, Winifred, and she was taken on for 14 runs.
Yeah, that backfired, I would say. Will be Asia coming in. The second change from the skipper. It's been an ordinary bowling from her. Gave it 2 full. It's just in the reach of the batters. Didn't have to do much. And there's the signal coming in for Mr. Kalidas. The power play has now ended. You've got the fielders now outside the circle. Got more cushion as the boundary raiders will be there. And the sun's been coming out and then just shying away. But Asia, big responsibility for her. Can she get them the first wicket? Because Samjana has now just picked up the race. Guided towards the onside for a single.
Well, Harman, I would have loved to see a spinner coming in now. Someone like Mahira Izzati or Amaleen. Because the Nepal batters, they love pace on the ball.
And also this is a very batting friendly track. There's not much for the pace bowlers. As you've rightly mentioned, they should have gone with Amaleen, or probably Mahira could have been a choice there. Because you want to keep a couple of overs for Dania because she knows how to handle pressure. That's the quality of that young girl.
Yes, I hope we are wrong. But then it could be that error of judgment once again. It's a big appeal. Wrapped on the pads. Well, a risky single once again. And Ruby Poddar survives. And in no time, Nepal really changed the whole equation. Now they're going in at 6 runs per over. Required run rate is just 6.22.
That's T20 format. You get that 1 over, which is the momentum shifter. And they've got that and they've made the most out of it. They put the pressure on the skipper, Winifred, on the very first delivery. Straight towards the square leg. Dot ball. You need more dot deliveries from here. The power play is now spread. You know that the singles will be quite easy to come in. And with the striking ability that Samjana has, she's going to hit over the fielders.
Yes, I think it's very important that Malaysia bowl those dot deliveries and pick up the wickets as well. Because if they allow the batters to settle in, the Nepal batting line is very strong. Again, another good looking shot, just a single, especially in the middle order where they have Pooja Mahato, Indu Burma, both in very good form. So I think Malaysia need wickets.
Yeah, they need wickets, and as you mentioned, they've got the kind of start they wanted. They didn't start really well in the first 4 overs, but that last over of the power play, the momentum has shifted towards Nepal. Head back to the bowler. A couple of runs, plus that one of the leg by. 7 gone, 38 without a loss. the change in bowling. It's going to be Mahira Izati coming in from the Golden Hope end. So just that one over for the skipper Winifred. It's expensive. Gave away 14. Has now opted for spin. Mahira Izati, another quality bowler. When it comes to bowl in those middle overs phase, she's always been the right choice. Away on the onside. 2 is the call. Good throw. We'll have to settle for the single. Runs. That's a good delivery. Again, that length slightly outside off. Constantly troubled the batters in the first innings. Something similar happening here as well. You need way too many dot deliveries to make more sense. Dot ball had to fetch for it. That's been the difference. The footwork in the first innings, we saw the batters didn't get close to the ball. Here, Ruby Potter made sure that she got very close before hitting that away. Although there was a fielder, so will be a dot ball. It's the mid wicket single. These singles will do the job. Ones and twos will get them closer. Dot ball. It's turning out to be a good over, a good start to the over. 5 deliveries, just a couple of runs. You just want to make sure that you finish it off well. Good start. 2 runs off it, 40 without a loss after 8. Asia continues. Trying to go for that lap shot. Dot ball. Good fielding. Shaidur also the kind of start that they wanted. It's been given. They haven't lost any wicket. Something similar to the first innings, although they had put up 60 on the board for the loss of 1.
Yes, a very good start. And I think it's more than start, it's the recovery from those early silent overs. I think both the batters have accelerated in a very nice way, and the board looking good. 40 runs on the board, just 81 required. And like I said, again, that over from Mahira Izati bowled a very good over. So some good overs here for Malaysia can also change the equation once again.
Just another single. These singles won't really bother Malaysia. It's all about carrying themselves quite well from here. And just keep on that chat. The skipper needs to keep talking to her fielders, her bowlers, that let's be there in the game till the end. It's not done until it's done. You know that if wickets are there in the Nepal corner, they'll win this. Oh, good shot. That is absolute brilliant striking ability. And the catch has been put down. And this could be a run out though. Yes, they get the wicket. Well, a dropped catch, but the run out is completed. Comedy of errors for Samjana. Caught lazy. A drop catch. But well, she's done all she could have done as Mahira Izati comes in with the throw at the right time. Finally, a breakthrough comes in.
Well, that was an easy catch. Dropped. But then the throw, and then the batter did everything to get out. Was absolutely napping to get to the other end.
She gifted her wicket to put it in the right way.
So first wicket here for Malaysia. And I think it's the perfect time to get that wicket. Break that partnership that was looking very dangerous. And this could just be the opening Malaysia were looking for.
Game on from here. Kavita Kuar is in at number 3 after that dismissal of Samjana. A dropped catch, but a good throw in the end. It was Mahira Izati patrolling the boundary. Should have been a good catch. It was not an easy one. Just at the edge of the boundary line, she had to make sure that she doesn't drop it or go over the boundary. Probably was in 2 minds.
Yes, a bizarre way to get out after getting such a good start. It's Kavita Kuar now for Nepal.
Oh, the intent is on from the first delivery. Will be a single. She likes to play that attacking brand of cricket. And from the very first delivery, she's just walked out. That's a good start.
And I think the intentions are very clear. They're not holding back. They will be going all out. If it's there in the slot, they're going to go for their shots.
With 9 wickets in hand, you've got the kind of start. So you just got to push on that throttle. Last ball of the over. Good running, sensible, quick single taken. 9 overs gone. It's 43 for the loss of 1. A good over for Marcia, getting that wicket and just giving 3 runs. 78 to win from 11.
Required run rate now is over 7 runs per over. 78 runs required from the 11 overs remaining. They still have 9 wickets in hand. Mahira Izati will continue in here. Bowled a brilliant first over, just 2 runs given. And I think this will be a good battle between Kavita and Mahira Izati.
Down on one knee. Guides it towards the long on. Wanting the second, but not against Noor Dania. She's got a brilliant arm.
I think Nepal batters will need to keep their temperament as well. They shouldn't be carried away. Yes, the required run rate is creeping up, but you need to be sensible.
I would still say it's very gettable. Anything around 7 and over with wickets in hand. It's approachable. You will have that one big over in the middle, which is all you need in this format. Another good looking shot. Wanting the second, should be back for the 2. It's a good throw for Marcelisa.
The throw was a bit wide. If that throw came on top of the stumps, it could have been touch and go. Again, the batters are taking their chances, but they should not rush to it. Like you said, it's still very gettable, but you need to bat well.
It's pretty hot out there as well. Running between the wickets won't be that easy. Bowler did get a hand to it, I reckon. Something that Ruby has been quite impressive with is the way she attacks the bowlers. And even if the wickets fall, she makes sure that she gets the ones and twos. But also, she's very tired. You can see that she's been taking her own time. It is quite a hot day. This is something that the Malaysian side won't be really happy with. As you'll want to get in the flow, you want to complete the overs quite quickly. You don't want to get that pause in between, which breaks the rhythm of the bowler. You've seen that happen many times in international cricket, where you sometimes just fake out an injury or just waste some time there.
Well, it reminds me of that famous incident that happened between Afghanistan and Bangladesh in the World Cup, where Gulbuddin did something like that.
Yeah, he had cramps from the wind blowing towards him, and right after that 10 minutes of halt in the game, there was some rain, and then he was the one running in to bowl a quick pacer. And yes, something that happens. That's game of cricket. Nudged away for another single towards the onside. And talking about the game of cricket, it's not just bat and ball, it's also mind games.
Yes, absolutely. And I think you need to tick in all the boxes these days. A lot of strategies being imposed in the game. It's not only the cricketing skills, but you need to be smart. Oh, that was very close to the stumps. Well, that will end the over. We're at the halfway stage. It's 48 for 1. And with that, the umpires have called for drinks. Well, we're back live at the Biomass Oval. The match is evenly poised. 73 runs to win for Nepal, 10 overs remaining. 9 wickets in hand. It's Aisha Elisa wrapped on the pads, probably just going down the leg.
Sliding down the leg. There was no appeal from the bowler or the fielders. There's a dot delivery, and every dot ball is pure gold in this format. Gotta be a little careful. If you're in that dugout of Nepal, you don't want to play way too many dot deliveries. Still, that asking rate is up.
And I think Aisha Elisha did a wonderful job here. Into a third over, only giving away 5 runs. Very tight with her line and length. Again, right on the money. Not giving any room. This is good running for the batters. They're pushing the fielders. I think that's the only way to put some more pressure on the opposition.
The idea was to go for the second initially. That's where they ran the first one quite hard, but excellent fielding as well. The fielders jumping on Marcelisa. You've got Noor Dania in the deep. Haryana. All your best fielders protecting the boundary.
That's a good looking shot. There's a fielder. Oh, she overran and just at the last moment just put her hand out and it stuck. Fortunately for her, just a single.
Lucky there as a fielder. 50 up for Nepal. For the loss of 1 after 10.3 overs.
That's heaved away on the onside. Wonderful fielding from Marcelisa. And look at that throw.
Too much of power in that throw. Unnecessary.
Very strong arm there. I think she just got carried away into the moment.
She got overexcited because she was attacking the ball, got to it very quickly, and then the throw coming in. But sometimes if you don't have a backup, that was a free boundary given. Almost.
Absolutely. I think sometimes you need to get control of your emotions. Meanwhile, another single snatched.
And now the singles game will be on. Singles and doubles will be more often coming in now with the way the batting has gone in for them. They know that it's a tough game. The bowlers have been bowling quite well. There's been a lot of discipline shown by the bowlers of Malaysia. Especially you've got spinners to come in later on. A couple of overs of Dalia are going to be very important.
That's a good delivery to end the over. It's 52 for 1. So Mahira Izzati will continue in here.
She's been impressive, Shadu. 2 overs, none for 7. 69 from the remaining 9.
That's swept away on the onside. That's in the gap. Couple of runs there. Good start to the over. Well, I think that's something the Malaysian batters did really well. They're rotating the strikes and kept on picking up those singles and doubles, and on the odd occasion got the boundaries.
That is something what Nepal has been doing now. They know that the boundaries are not easy to come in. They're making sure that 1s and 2s are easily coming in.
Good use of the feet again. Heaved on the onside. They're pushing for the first run. Will only get a single.
The throws are coming in very hard. This is something they should be fighting on a little bit. That was Noor Dania in the deep. Preserve the arm for your bowling. There's no need. There's no run out opportunity. You could just silently go for the throw. Too much force being used.
Played down the ground. Yes, I think it's the emotions that come into play, and this time the throw goes the other way. just a gentle push back to the bowler.
Completely fine. There's no problem in that. You don't want to be giving away those overthrows. The momentum is very much poised. It's anybody's game from here.
Let's cut away straight to the fielder. Oh, the non-striking end. Slight misfield there. A clean throw. And it could have been very interesting to watch. It's Amaleen in point.
Once it's down the track, just through covers will be another single. Noor Izatul in the deep. Deep extra covers. You've got a long off, a long on, and a deep mid wicket. Square leg, fine leg, both up in the circle. You've got gully and point. Of course, the extra covers, the skipper there, Winifred. In the onside has been targeted. Two is the call from Kabita, and she should be back for the second quite comfortably in the end. Oh, this could be a run out. Yes, it is a run out. Oh dear. Ruby Porter fails to drag the bat. Excellent throw in the deep. Took the second one lightly. Brilliant work for Malaysia as they've got another wicket. It's 58 for 2, and the dangerous looking Ruby Porter walks back for 31. Big moment for Malaysia. This could be the twist in the tail. You wanted wickets, but bizarre running. There was always a second, but Ruby, slight hesitation, yes and a no. And the fielder makes the most out of it. 12 overs gone, 58 for 2 are Nepal. .63 from the remaining 8 overs as Pooja Mohato walks out in at number 4. She joins Kabita Kuvar in the centre. Still anybody's game. It is game on. Excellent throw in the deep, getting that run out in.
Again, use of the feet, flicked away, straight to the fielder, Amaleen. Oh, a better throw there. And again, could have been very close. Well, Malaysia are getting themselves back into the game. Definitely have the noses in front right now. Required run rate now creeping towards 8 runs per over. 59 on the board, couple of wickets down. Ais Alisa doing a wonderful job with the ball here for Malaysia. That's in the air and just short of the fielder. Mas Alisa again attacking the ball. But rather than going for the catch, if she just stayed on, she could have saved that extra run.
She could have never made the ground there. It's all about getting overexcited. You got to hold those nerves. There was never a double. She could have just casually come in. But going for the dive where there was not a catch available for you, there was a lot of ground to cover. You don't want to lose the plot from here. You just got the wicket.
Again, played straight to the fielder. Oh, another fumble. The Malaysian fielders, they need to stay calm and composed. They have the match in their hand, and the last thing they would need right now is to make a mess out of it. The Nepal fans coming in numbers. So again, it could be a very tight finish. Dancing down the track once again. Pooja Mahato. Another single.
I feel both these teams are getting overexcited. You could see Kabita Kuvar also going for that jump. And Pooja Mahato, she's very sensible when you talk about her. She's a very mature cricketer for her age. The way she carries conduct that she has in her ability of playing.
Received away on the onside. They're running hard for the first run. Oh dear. Oh no. One, Julia. What have you done? Well, Pooja Mahato was halfway down. All she needed to do was to gather the ball and flick the bails off.
Well, Van Julia has made a complete mess out of it. That missed opportunity could be dropping the catch. Nothing wrong with the throw. The keeper.
Or you can rephrase it, dropping the match. Because it's Pooja Mahato, the match winner in the last game. How costly will that be? Straight away in the air. This time it's the bowler and she gets it. And that's another nail in the coffin for Malaysia.
Well, the most relieved person will be Van Julia at the moment. A brilliant cotton bolt. As Asya gets the wicket and that iconic celebration that she does. Brilliant catching ability. And hold that pose for the photographer. 64 for 3. Another twist in the tail. The dangerous Pooja Mahato goes for 2. Now, 7 overs remaining. 57 to win from here.
But like you said, one Julia will feel extremely delighted right now after the mess she made. And they see the back of Pooja Mahato. Good recovery here from Malaysia. And that brings in the captain, the skipper of Nepal, Indu Burma. A lot of responsibility for her. 57 required. 8.14 runs per over. It's not going to be easy. Well, it's never easy, isn't it, Harman?
Well, pressure situation. And the right call to bring in Mahira. You've got 2 overs of Danya, which I'm looking towards the most. Someone that has been highly impressive. Then you've got Winifred, who might just come in for that 1 over, although she was expensive. But there has been a change in batting. And now you've got Indu Burma in the center, the captain, who played a very good knock in the previous game. Not to forget, there's a lot of depth in that batting order. Still have Rachna. You've got Rubina.
A single to start with. And just silently, Aisha Elsa just completed her quota of 4 overs. 4 overs, 15 runs and a wicket. Brilliant spell from her as well. I think she dried out the runs and put that pressure.
And she got the most important wicket of Pooja Mahato, who is a genuine match winner for Nepal from the recent past. He's the under-19 captain as well for the World Cup.
Good delivery once again. They'll snatch a single, but then this is good bowling. Again, unnecessary. No need for that throw. They've already completed the run. The Malaysian fielders, they need to calm down. It's a pressure situation here. A lot at stake. Whoever wins this will take the lead in the series. Oh, that was close. Close to the bat, close to the stumps.
It's good bowling, quicker through the air, just outside off. Well, Kavita Kubar is trying to go for that late cut because she knows the third is up in the circle. Wants to get that double or perhaps the boundary. You want to play it square. Anything behind the stumps will fortune with runs.
Shimmy down the ground. Another single.
Comedy of errors there. You could see that.
Well, I've never seen 3 fielders going on the backup. So the Malaysian fielders are really getting excited out there. They all want to be part of this win if they get there.
And it's a good visual to see. They're fighting it out. It shows how much this win would matter to them.
Play down the ground. It will just be a single.
And also Shahidul, it's a very young side. There's a lot of new faces that have joined the team. It's still in the transformation phase. And also, they've got the guidance of a very, very experienced coach, Mr. Davotma, who needs no introduction. Was the head coach for the World Cup winning team of 1996, Sri Lanka, where he was the head coach. So brings in a lot on table.
Yes, absolutely. And I think he's done a wonderful job. Oh, another quick run there. This time it was good running between the wickets. And yes, coming back to the point, Dev Watmore, he's a very well-known man. And he has done a lot of good things for cricket, for many countries, even for Nepal, Bangladesh. He has led those teams to greater heights. And I think he'll try to do the same for the Malaysian women's team as well. And I think it's a good opportunity for them to learn from him and improve the game and get onto the big stage.
I think they're right on track. You beat Nepal in this game. Even if you finish off the series 3-2, that's a very big positive for Malaysia. The kind of cricket that Nepal women's team has played in the recent past versus what the Malaysian side have played, you got to give high regards to what these women in black and yellow have been doing. A win in the first game was a big tick on the box. The fight in this game is another very big tick. And it's only going upwards and onwards from here.
Meanwhile, it's Noor Tanya, another good change coming in from Winifred. I think the couple of overs from her can hold the key for Malaysia here. Good start, flighted delivery. Will be just a single. Oh, they're running for the second. This could be tight. And she's gone, I guess. Yes, she is. There's the wicket for Malaysia.
It was in the air, the bat. Kavita Coover has to depart. Excellent fielding. A brilliant throw from the deep. And Noor Dania actually had to get it from the third wicket, but takes the bails off. Excellent work there. Noor Izatul with the throw, and you could see that just in time the bails were flicked off. Big wicket, big moment. 71 for 4 on Nepal. Just what Malaysia wanted.
And great presence of mind there from Noor Dania. She got an odd bounce, but to have the awareness and take off the stumps. And I think that was some poor stuff from Kavita as well. She almost got there, just didn't place a bat on time. So this is the second time we have seen. So that's something that she can work on. Well, what
Ruby Potter was caught in the similar act. Bat not being dragged. That's the biggest mistake you could do. Not following the basics.
Yes, absolutely. I think the Nepal coaching staff will take a note of that as well. Meanwhile, Malaysia are back into the game. That's swept away in the gap. Well, Amalin does well. But they will still find a second.
Needed more power on that throw. Ameline. But good work. Dive is on. You can see Van Julia applauding the fielder at short fine leg. Now the third has also been called up. More of a gully.
Well, for Nepal, I think they have the two most experienced batters out there. They're still not out of the game. That's beautifully driven. There's a sweeper out there, just a single.
I would say is you can never call Nepal out of the game in any situation. The way these batters are. The men's team has been known as the cardiac kids. They fight on till the very end.
And she swings the bat. Oh, what a catch! Another wicket. And they've got the big fish. Rubina Chhatri goes without scoring a single run, and it's Noor Izatul once again.
It was one of the finest catches that you will see in the deep. Had to perfect her time on that jump as well. And they've got the dangerous Rubina Chhatri back into the dugout. Look at that catch once again. Making sure that she didn't cross the boundary line, just a couple of steps away. And that's half of the side back into the dugout. 74 for 5. Rubina goes without troubling the scorers. And a double strike in the over. That's what Danya brings you. Kavita Joshi will walk out, but now I would say Malaysia having more chances. 47 from 32.
Yeah, they're truly the favorites right now. And that catch, the jump, the timing of the jump was absolutely perfect. Wonderful scenes here. So a lot of youngsters coming in, and that's what they brings in the team. A lot of energy. It was Noor Izzatul coming from the under 19 squad.
Very agile. Noor Dania continues to be impressive all throughout with her bowling. Although hasn't really got the opportunity with the bat. But she's someone that you want in your lineup, especially after that YSD Malaysian Super Women Series, where she was the skipper for the winning team. Had a complete, brilliant outing in all three departments.
It's definitely one of the future prospects for Malaysia. Still very young, growing in confidence, and with more matches, she'll only get better with her skills. Noor Dania doing a wonderful job here into a third over, only giving away 10 runs and a wicket. And 2 wickets in the over for the team. Again, a flighted delivery, almost hanging out to the fielder. But just a single to end the over. 5 overs remain. It's 75 for 5 Nepal.
Winifred coming back into the attack for the over number 16. Now this could be make or break. Shahidur, this could be a very important over in the context of the game. She's been expensive in the first, went away for 14, where she bowled inside the power play. And I'm sure this is something that both Kavita and Indu will be having in their mind. Let's keep the attack on because the pressure is on Winifred. After that one poor over, you want to find rhythm and you want to pick up a wicket in this one or bowl a tidy over. Nudged away. 2 is the call right away. A lot of ground for the fielder to cover. They'll be back for the 2.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I think they're aware of the fact that she didn't had a great first over. But then it can work both ways. Winifred can also change the equation here if she bowls a good over. Of course, she has the experience, has been representing Malaysia for quite a while, carrying that badge of captaincy. So I think it will be a good contest.
She'll have to believe in herself. That is something that needs to come in from the skipper. Kapita goes for the big heave again. Not going to fall towards the fielder. Single. No problems with that ones or twos.
I think that was smart fielding as well. There was never a catch there. She waited for it, didn't rush. So that's all Malaysia needs to do right now. Keep their nerves down.
It's turning out to be a cracking contest. It should only be a single. Was a full toss though. Hindu Burma could have picked up the square leg, which was a vacant area, but she picks up the deep mid wicket where the fielder was there. Just the single now. 4 of the first 3. Not a bad start.
Yes, Malaysia will take it. Anything below 8 runs in this over, and Winifred will be the happier captain.
Kavita Joshi advances down the track. Should only be a single. Yes, they've done better. They've done well. Noor Izzatul. Well, the ground fielding has been commendable. The catches being taken have been really good. And that's the difference. Catches win you matches. In the previous game, Winifred said that. In the post-match, they dropped the catch of Pooja. That's good placement. That should be a boundary. I told you the square leg is up in the circle. And Hindu Burma has heard that. She got in full control, shuffled across, waited for that, and has converted that into a boundary much needed for Nepal.
That was brilliant execution. There's nothing wrong with the delivery. Ball outside the off stump, and she created the room for herself and playing it on the onside. She knew exactly what she was doing. Great batting here from the Nepal captain. And again, an expensive over here. 9 runs of it so far.
finishes off well. It's a dot ball to finish off 8 of that over number 16, 37 to win from 24. The required run rate creeping away, 9.25. Anybody's game, Shahidur, anybody's game.
Yes, I'll still back the Malaysian side. I think it's there for the taking. They should win it from here. 9.25 runs required. They have the bowling options. And with half of the side back there in the dugout, I think they have a very good chance here. But you still can't take Nepal away from the equation. There's the Malaysian dugout. They should be a bit relaxed.
1 for 11 and 3. Noor Dania bowling a last over. Kabita deep in a crease, trying to go for the big shot. 2 is the call from Indu. This could be suicidal. Oh, the throw has to be at the batter's end, and that could be a wicket. It is a wicket. Kabita Joshi. Never a double. You got to blame the skipper for that. Malaysia won't mind that. 6th wicket down for 85 on the board.
Well, that was absolutely suicidal. There was no second run. Again, a very good throw from the deep, right into the bowler, and good match awareness as well. Noor Dania again showing that she knows her cricket. She was pretty aware of what was happening. Just throw the ball straight to the keeper, and she took the bails off. Easy way to get a wicket, a bizarre way to get run out in that fashion.
Yeah, but nothing to blame Kabita for. She was just doing what the captain had asked her for. She had to go for it because it was the call of the skipper, who was at the danger end at once. But Noor Dania, very smart. She knew that it was never going to be easy for Kabita to make her ground, and an excellent throw, and Van Julia also doing wonders. Well, there's going to be a Shoda Bisht coming in. Surprising there. 85 for 6, 36 now from the remaining 3.5 over. Shaidur, looks like Malaysia might just be rewriting history. Beating them once in the previous first T20I, now could be the second time. What a series this is turning out to be for them. Oh, look at that single, was a tough one again. He's got the run in. Pressure is visible now on Nepal batters.
But Indu Burma is running out of partners. It's probably time for her to take it on to herself and win it single-handedly, which is not an easy task.
22 deliveries, 35. Noor Dania scooping out another very good over. Down the carpet, just a single. Don't go for the second. Sensible.
Well, Noor Izatul down there has been like a wall. Excellent ground fielding, and then she took a wonderful catch. That catch was really a turning point of the game.
That was absolutely brilliant. Full marks to the fielding. Again, honked up in the air. Just another single. Can't go for the second against the arm of Noor Izatul. It's turning out to be good over. You won't mind the singles. That run rate, 9.90 now, Shaidur.
Yes, and it also shows the commitment in the players. Noor Izatul didn't get a chance to bat, didn't get a chance to bowl, but still putting her 100% effort in the field.
The bowler herself with the chase. Should only be a single. Wanting the second was Yashoda. No, says the captain, another single. Yeah, it's a team sport. And that shows how remarkable a team spirit that Malaysia women's have. When you don't get a chance to contribute with the bat or ball, you do it in the outfield. And I'm sure she's going to be the star inside that change room.
Yes, absolutely. Nothing less than a match winner if you can feel like that. Again, just a single. What a wonderful over here from Noor Dania as she finishes off with 17 runs and a wicket off of 4 overs. Wonderful spell here.
And that's the relaxed faces in the Malaysia dugout. The head coach right at the back, Mr. Davwatmo, Mr. Rakesh assisting him. Doing a lot of drills with the fielders, that catching. Let me tell you, at the halfway stage, half-time break, that catches win you matches. And he told me in the previous game that I'm going to be a little strict on these girls. I'm going to do more drills with them. And that's been visible. That's commendable work. And it's a lot of practice before coming into a match.
Yes, absolutely. Malaysia have all the boxes ticked today. They've batted well, bowled well, and they're exceptional in the field.
Full marks to them. And Winifred comes back, 2 overs, none for 23. This is the over Nepal should be attacking. This should be the over for them. 2 is the call. Should only be a single. The fielders very much in the attack mode. See, they've been taking the start as well.
Yes, I think they're trying their best. And that's the only way. I think Indu Burma, she'll hold the key here. 13 of 10. Can she find a boundary here?
Slower delivery. Look for the single. The backup is available. Good work. Van Julia very quick to get there. Will be just the 1 run. No signal coming in from the umpire. No, the leg byes have come in.
There looked to be a very close shout there. Well, probably just missed by a margin, but it was very close. Winifred. What a good delivery. That was very close to the stumps once again. This is a good over from the Malaysian captain. Well, she's finally coming into a rhythm.
She's backed herself quite well. Coming in for the slog overs, never an easy task. A similar kind of a delivery. No power on that shot from Yashoda. Just a single. She says no throw. She knows anything wild here might just backfire for Malaysia. So very sensible as a skipper.
Yes, absolutely. I think 12 runs per over required. Singles will not hurt you. So that's the sensible thing to do.
Another flashy strike, but down the carpet towards the long off. Just a single. You can't get a double on that one. You just got to play it with soft hands if you want to look for 2. But 27 from 13, now that looks like a tall task from here.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the Nepal batters have found the fielders on regular occasions. Just look at that once again. Good looking shot, but then they've not been able to find the gaps. So that will end the over. A good over from the Malaysian captain. 5 runs of it, 4 of the bat, 1 leg by. It's 95 for 6. 26 required, 12 legal deliveries remaining. And I think it's the right time for Aina Hamiza to come back into the attack.
They generally call the over number 19 the penultimate over. 26 from 2. She still has to bowl a tidy over. You want to win this with a good little margin. Has been a good statement being put on paper by Malaysia. This is a team to watch out for. I'm sure it's a good message for all the teams that Malaysian women's side is no less.
Absolutely.
Flicked away. Should only be a single. Just the 1 run. Oh, the throw not the best ones, but still will get away with that. Just a single. So 25 from 11.
Yes, Malaysia inching towards that famous victory. This will give them the lead in the series. And what a moment.
What a moment for Aina Hamiza. 3.1 overs, none for 16. 61 with the bat. Genuine all-rounder that you want.
Absolutely inspirational with the bat, with the ball. And she has been doing it throughout the series. Oh, another quick run. Oh, good throw there. Aina Hamiza just not being able to collect that, or else it could have been another run out.
That desperate dive coming in from Yashoda. Every run will be cheered on. 23 now from 10 deliveries. Not for the faint-hearted.
It's not going to be easy for any batter to bat with Indu Burma, because she's going to test your fitness skills, running hard, keeping all the fielders on their toes.
Trying to go for that reverse. She's missed out on that opportunity. Looking for the runs behind the wicket. Will be a dot ball, but not a safe shot. It's not easy to execute against a pacer. Spinner, yes. Pace bowler, I don't think so.
Yes, but she needs to do something fancy. Well, think she's in some discomfort with her shoulder. Straight away she's down. Well, that's the last thing that Nepal will need right now. They need Indu Burma to be there till the last ball.
The physio is out, and I think it's because she had shuffled so quickly that probably there's a niggle that she's just brought in, or maybe that shoulder has got that stiffness because the reflexes, you become a left-handed batter from a right-handed, not very much time on offer.
That's something that can happen to you, especially when you're trying something out of the ordinary. But I hope she's okay. She's one of the key players.
We haven't still seen 1-6 in the first 320Is. Not even a single maximum has come in.
Yeah, that's a concerning point there, to be honest, because even in the women's world cricket now, things are heated up. You can see when the teams like India, England, Australia, the women's, they're hitting big sixes. So that's something that the Asian countries need to work on, especially the associate nations. I think the power hitting ability, that's something they should work on, because that's the only way to make a mark at the big stage.
The range hitting, that is something you need to practice. But Aina is bowling well. 3.3 overs, just the three of the first three. Here comes the fourth delivery. Good strike. Will only be a single. They're looking for the second. This could be another run out opportunity. Simple one. Yashoda sacrifices a wicket. Indu really unhappy. 99 for 7. Nepal facing the heat here in the third T20I.
And it's that fielder once again, Noor Izatul, for the third time involved in a run out and took the catch. Definitely, if it was on me, I would have given the player of the match to her. Apart from the brilliance from Aina Hamiza, I think that girl did a wonderful job here.
Yeah, she's been absolutely a brilliant performer in the outfield. That catch, that has to be at the top, but those runouts as well. As another batter comes out, 99 for 7, 22 to win from 8. This is very much the game for Malaysia. Malaysia women's side have been mighty impressive in this series. And I remember Mr. Dabotmo just having a word with me and telling me that it's a very important series for us, and we try our best to beat Nepal. And out of the three, they are leading now with this win here. It's a big tick. It's right in the favor for them.
Yes, absolutely. And I think a lot of credit should go to him and the captain as well for backing their young players. So they have allowed the young players to come in. That's in the air. Again, Noor Izatul keeping her calm. Just a single.
Noor Izatul, she's been so busy, like a magnet to that cricket ball. Wherever she goes, the ball follows her. That single, the 100 is up now. 21 to win from here. 21 from 7. 120 is what the skipper told Winifred at the toss, and she got there. And 120 is always going to be a big challenge. And the way they've bowled, they've fielded, the run-outs, the catching, mighty impressive. Last ball. And Suman Bisht guides it towards the covers. She'll get off the mark with that one run. So 20 required from the last 6 deliveries. What a good over for Aina. 4 overs, none for 21.
Yes, another good day in the office for Aina Hamiza. Did a wonderful job with the bat and now with the ball as well. Yes, she didn't pick up a wicket, but then she was economical. And when the team needed, she delivered once again. So last 6 deliveries, and it will be the Malaysian skipper, Winifred, taking the ball in her hand. She will go against Suman Bisht. 20 required of the last over. Here comes the first delivery. A good start right up there in the block hole. That will be just a single.
Winifred has done some good damage control after that first over, which went away for 14. She's done quite well. 3.1 overs, none for 28. Now 19 to win from 5. The celebrations almost have started in that camp of Malaysia. But Indu Burma, she'll have to get the 6s. 4s will also not do the job. She's heaved it in the air. Should only be a single. Marcelisa, another brilliant throw. You just don't want to injure your own captain with that strong arm.
Well, that's the second time Marcelisa just fired the throw in, and Winifred has been on the receiving end.
They're all pumped up, and why not? Another excellent Yorker. It's like a Yorker on demand by the skipper Winifred. Just a single. Well, now 17 to win from the last three. 3 sixes can seal the deal for Nepal, but that is very unlikely to happen.
Well, we haven't seen one so far in the 3 games. So that will be too tall of an ask for the batters. But again, wonderful over here. Winifred just keeping her calm, bowling it right there in the block hole. Again, Yorker. They're running for the second. This time she'll make it. A couple of runs here for Indu Burma.
The throw could have come in at the bowler's end, but nonetheless, 15 from the last 2. Commendable performance, first with the bat and now with the ball. Malaysia has been making all the marks. They're making all the headlines. Coming live from the BAYUEMAS Oval in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It's the third T20I out of the 5. 2 more to go. Tomorrow's the rest day. Then got games on Monday and Tuesday. Big swing and a miss. That should be a dot delivery. And that should also just very much make the victory happen for them. A big smile on the face of Shahidur as well, the local homeboy, of course, for Malaysia.
Yes, I think Malaysia have done a wonderful job. And not a single moment in the game where they have lost the grip on the game. So, commendable performance here from Malaysia. Last delivery coming up here. She swings the bat. And it's Marcelisa once again doing a wonderful job. A throw at the non-striking end. And that will be a run out. And that will seal the game for Malaysia. Another famous victory as they go 2-1 up in the series. Wonderful performance with the ball and with the bat as well. Malaysia ticking all 3 boxes. And they've beaten Nepal once again.
And this is a big victory. Winning it by 13 runs. Scoring 120 in the first innings. And the bowlers backed themselves quite well. Took some good catches. The run-outs. The ground fielding was exceptional. And this is another very big win. They go 2-1 up in the series out of the 5 games.
Well, Malaysia winning the toss, electing to bat first. That brilliant innings from Aina Hamiza, 61 runs. Mas Elisa was exceptional as well, 30 runs for her. And in response, Nepal getting to 107. And they lost by 13 runs. Another good encounter. Malaysia leads the way. And they go 2-1 up in the series. So we will be heading into the post-match presentation in where Harman will be joining the captains and the player of the match. And from the Combox, it's me, Shaidur, signing off. Thank you.
Welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony for the third T20I, with Malaysia picking up a victory by 13 runs. Well, they get the 2-1 lead as well. First up, we'll have a quick chat with Indu Burma, the skipper from Nepal. Indu, can we please have you? Indu, which started off as a good game for you, but in the end, just didn't work out. Another defeat. They are 2-1 up. What went wrong exactly in this game?
I think they have played very good cricket, better than us. So we have lacked on in middle order, I guess. We could not execute the strike rotation. I think we have misunderstood in the middle inning. So I think even our ballers they did not bowl in the good area or line. I think they will come back in the next game in a good way.
Also, many runouts as well, and then the dot deliveries didn't come in as it was in the second game.
I think the pressure situation has went for our side. That's why we beat our Ross in mid inning. So I think that's the point where we lost our momentum.
All the best for the next one. Have a good rest day.
Thank you so much.
So that was the skipper from Nepal. Next up, we'll have a chat with Winifred, the captain of Malaysia. Winnie, all smiles in the end. Congratulations, 2-1 up. All ticked up the boxes. I would say the fielding has been commendable, the catching, everything. You told 120, you aced that. Brilliant.
Thank you. I think I want to say thank you to Aina Miza for wonderful batting today. She gave us the good start. And also Mas for chipping up with the great partnership with her. So that is where our momentum went well. But I think we could go for another 10 to 20 runs. We could go actually.
Yeah, and you should say that yesterday the dot deliveries were there. Today the batters made sure that ones and twos come in, and then the catching in the second half. The bowlers did really well. You were expensive in the first over, but then you held yourself back and made a very good comeback.
Yeah, I think my first spell was not up to the mark, what I didn't want. But the fielders did well in the second half. The first half we was a bit sloppy on the field, but second half the girls came back well, fought back, and I'm proud of them for today's match.
All the best for the next one.
Thank you so much.
That was the captain. Next up, we have the player of the match, and to give that award, we have Mr. Edwin, our match ref. A notable performance. Aina Hamiza getting 61. She bowled really well. Kavita Kuwar bowled really well as well. Got some runs. Ruby got 31. And it goes to no surprise for an all-round performance. Aina Hamiza getting back-to-back 50s. Come in, Aina. Pick up that medal from Mr. Edwin. Brilliant performance. Complete all-round performance. Opens the bat. Quick chat with you before I let you go. Firstly, congratulations, back-to-back 50s. And then with the ball as well, you've been a star performer. How does it feel to contribute for your team?
For me, I'm really happy because for me, as carrying a Malaysian name, it's not easy. But I just come and do my job, and yeah, right thing will happen.
All the very best for the next one, and keep getting those winning performances.
Thank you so much.
So that's the end from the presentation. 2-1 up Malaysia. Tomorrow a rest day, but then we'll see you on the next day.